Today's tip from Tara is about the condo naughty list. Hi, Tara Ryan with Fairway Mortgage, and we're going to do a little series here to update you on all things condo because there's a lot going on. The first is, what the heck is this naughty list? Well, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac maintain their own databases of condo projects. Fannie Mae is one we'll talk about today, and the database is called CPM, Condo Project Manager. Here's the deal. It is a system that Fannie Mae has had for a long time, but it got very little use. It's now required that lenders use this list to determine if they can lend in a particular condo project. The benefit is that they will look at things like the budget for the project or the amount of the project that is retail space versus residential and clear it and put it on the Fannie Mae approved list. If you're on the approved list, or what I call the good list, then we only need a couple of things in order to get this loan approved. We do need to get updated insurance and some other minor things, but all the big deal things have already been cleared. So that is good news. However, they also maintain a naughty list. They call it the not approved list. But basically, if you're on that list, you cannot send a loan to Fannie Mae in that project until whatever the issue is has been rectified and the project removed from the list. So this is a big deal. Let's take a look at exactly what it looks like, show you a little behind the scenes. Here's the thing, only direct lenders, folks who sell directly to Fannie Mae, have access to this database. There's a lot of discussion out there about how this should be publicly available, right? You should have access to it. Buyers should have access to it, and homeowners as well. Mortgage brokers, to my understanding, don't even have access at the moment, so only direct lenders. Okay, so let's take a look at the database here. So if I look at here, you can see it'll be no review. So that means we don't have any information in the database yet. We can still do our normal review, gather the documents, and send it in to determine if we can meet the guidelines. Approved by Fannie Mae, that's the good list. Yay, they've already looked at everything and we're in good shape. And then we have got unavailable. Unavailable is the naughty list. Okay, so let's look for unavailable projects in Atlanta, Georgia, and you will see the list that comes up, okay? So unavailable, I'll give you an example. So this one, 12 Atlantic Station, has always kind of had a rough history here in Atlanta. It is listed as unavailable, and then we can come down and see why. The project operates as a hotel, motel, and they share some amenities. And so currently, Fannie Mae is not happy with that project, and basically no lender can do a loan in that project and sell it to Fannie Mae. Could you sell it to Freddie Mac, the other alternative? It depends, okay? So most lenders are going to look in both databases, and then they're going to want to make sure that if it's on the no list for Fannie Mae, that it really does meet the guidelines for Freddie Mac. Okay, so basically, if you're on the naughty list, it's bad news regardless. Okay, let's look at some other examples here if we want to go back. And let's look at some that are approved. Let's look at the good list, right? Also in Atlanta. And now we're going to see, for example, Art Foundry. We do a lot in there. They're on the good list. So I only need to get the insurance and then we're good to go, right? Yay. So what do you need to know? This is a big deal right now because this database is relatively new. It's relatively recent that lenders are required to access the database. And so it's one of the many things that's happening in condo world that's causing confusion. But if you have a listing, hey, we can look this up for you before you get started to give you either the good news, the no news, or the bad news based on that particular project. Things you'd want to know prior to listing. And if you have a buyer and they're looking at some certain projects, also super helpful for us to go through and take a look at that. We can even give you a list in advance of approved projects in a certain zip code or in a certain city if that would be helpful. So work with us. We want to work with you because we want to be your lender. Have a great day.